my Libras out there, okay? If this reading, if this reading resonated with you, right, then feel free to contact me at Kareemspiritworks@yahoo.com or Kareemspiritworks.wix.com. All right, the link to my website is in the description box below, just in case if you want any kind of personal readings, birth chart readings, or relationship tips. A video is going to come out soon about how you can navigate my website, because it'll make things very easy for anyone to get a reading from me, right? And you'll actually be able to have a better understanding of what it is that you're going to get from me and how my services work, right? So let's get into it for the Libras, all right? Oh, also too, if you'd like to also support me, you can go to Amazon.com, right, and get the book from the beginning to the end. But sooner or later, that book will be self-published from me, all right? I don't like my printing. I don't like, you know what I mean? But I will definitely get that figured out sooner or later. Anyway, for the Libras, we have the Six of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, the Five of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, the Magician, the World, the Nine of Swords, the Six of Cups, the Hermit, and the Page of Swords. This is for Libra. So, sorry. Put on cool water cologne. I love that cologne. Anyway, every time I smell it, I'm just like, Anyway, what I'm seeing here is for you Libras. A lot of you Libras right now want someone. Okay, so you have the Six of Pentacles. You have the Queen of Wands. You have the Five of Cups. What Libras want, any healthy Libra, what Libras want, any healthy Libra wants in a relationship is exchange of love and respect, okay? I understand where this is coming from. I understand personally what a lot of you Libras got going on, because I have a Mars in the 7th house, right? The seventh house, which Libra naturally rules over, represents mutual respect. Mutual respect. That's why the houses blend into each other, because the 7th house represents mutual respect. A lot of you Libras didn't necessarily feel that you got this mutual respect from this person or these people collectively when you were dating them. So, right? And now the Five of Cups represents they wished that they had you back. They're quite remorseful of this, right? Or so they claim to be, right? Now, the Queen of Pentacles and the Magician represent, since this is the case, this is more so a situation for a lot of you where the Queen of Pentacles and the Magician is that they should have been more compassionate, more understanding to your situation. They should have acted like sane people, right? Respected you, equality is there, equity is there, equal exchange, right? Because that's what Libra represents, right? When it's upright, when it's up correctly, it represents equality, it represents equity. What is equity? Equal opportunity, right? Equal respect. It's not just a one-way street. It's not something where a person gets certain things and the person doesn't necessarily have the opportunity to get that. It's equal exchange. It's basically a free market, right? Now, you wished, or this person, I should say in particular, wishes that they were more compassionate for you when they were in a relationship with you. And the World, the Nine of Swords, and the Six of Cups represents, obviously the Six of Cups represents them trying their hands and coming back. They're thinking about you a lot, right? The World, Nine of Swords, and they're thinking about how, you know, maybe things will become better for them if they got back together with you, if they were in a relationship with you. And obviously a lot of you Libras obviously are not going for it, because the Hermit and the Page of Swords represents, if they come back, you don't even necessarily want to hear what it is that they have to say. And that, you know, the way that they are approaching that, right? The way that they are approaching that, the way that you are approaching it is, no, excuse me, because the Hermit represents you will hear them out. Excuse me, you will hear them out. The Page of Swords represents, and you know, you will hear them out only to be on the defensive, is what it is I'm seeing, to be more specific about that. So you are hearing them out, but not necessarily really hearing them out fairly, because are you really hearing them out and listening to what they have to say if they were to communicate with you again by saying something, by them communicating with you, right? If the point of it is you're planning to cut them off. So let's clarify the Page of Swords. By the way, to answer that, if I suggest you do it one way or the other, in my perspective, if you are going to hear them out, which I would listen, I personally would suggest that you listen, hear them out through text messages, not on the phone. Listen to what it is that they have to say through text messages or what they're typing. Excuse me, and then come up with your decision after, okay? Or you can cut them off, because if you go back, what I'm seeing here is that it's too big of a risk. But we're going to clarify some of that. Let's clarify the Six of Cups. You know, the exes are coming back for real. I don't know if it's a Mercury retrograde. I don't know what it is, but let's get into it. Ten of Wands, the King of Cups, the Three of Swords. They're coming back because they understand that they were being an idiot. But again, they also have the Three of Swords. There's something in them that they're going to have to fix on their own, Libra. And it's not your job to help fix these people. It's not your job. Because ultimately, all that's going to happen for them and for you is they're going to try to do everything they can to weasel themselves in the door. And you're going to be right back in the position that you were in prior to this, where they're stressing you out again. Let's clarify the Hermit. Matter of fact, let's clarify the World. You have the Nine of Wands, the Hermit, and the Empress. That's interesting. So the Nine of Wands is them fronting like they don't need you. Right? But behind closed doors, the Hermit, they feel more lonely with themselves, more lonely when they're by themselves than they are with other people, right? And with other people. So in other words, they feel lonely regardless of whether they're with people or not. And then you have the Empress. The Empress is them actually still trying to play the tough role, but behind closed doors, though, this is what they look like when they're in public, the world, for the world to see. But then the Nine of Swords represents when they are at home, when no one is looking, they're stressed out. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe. They don't change.